dreams do come true. Gold. Nasa McDo na. New Golden Chicken Curry Filet. So flavorful. So sarap. Sulit busog. 99 pesos lang.
The Dandy's World Challenge floor has been pretty much the best update Dandy's World has ever made. However, it seems like Dial has a mind of his own. Let's take a look at some weird bug that's going around. This user said, it seems like Dial was still chasing me. His bar still filled and he just started spinning. Let's take a look. Okay, so they're in the elevator, they're safe. And Dial just keeps on trying to find the tune. This should not be happening. He's completely glitching out. And any tune trying to get inside the elevator is in danger. This is happening to other players as well, where Dial just keeps trying to find a tune even though they're inside the elevator. For those of you who don't know, Twisteds are supposed to lose interest of anybody inside the elevator. It's a safe zone. This user says, Twisted Dial being able to see Shellys while they're in elevator, making him camp the elevator. Also, he can hit you from in elevator. It's annoying. Let's take a look. Okay, so Pebble is distracting, it looks like. He's going towards the elevator and Twisted Dial was just camping the elevator. He still has aggro on the tunes inside the elevator. And that happens. And we have one more user with another example of this game-breaking bug, because nobody can actually get inside the elevator if Twisted Dial just camps the entrance. This user says, Twisted Dial don't have to do that. Let's take a look. Okay, so everyone's getting inside the elevator and Twisted Dial just is a dog with a bone. He won't let go of these tunes. He just really wants to get them. And they're in a safe zone. They're supposed to be protected. And Blot is trying to get inside the elevator and he gets demolished. Oh no. Let's just see that again. That was pretty fast. So as you can see, Blot is on the right hand side and Twisted Dial is completely camping the entrance. And Blot meets his fate. So sad. Dandy's World definitely has some odd bugs going around, like people falling through the map and things like that. I really do hope the next update fixes these problems.
Content warning. This video is about a sensitive topic involving loss of life. We've removed any graphic content to comply.
Roblox is one of the most popular platforms on the planet. And I don't mean just for gaming, I just mean in general. Like, in just normal existence, Roblox's numbers are unfathomable. Kids probably know the name Roblox before they know the name Jesus or Santa Claus. Roblox is more popular with kids than the common cold. Let me just slap you with the cold hard Carfax here with the numbers. Roblox recently just broke the record for most concurrent users on a gaming platform. They hit 47.3 million concurrent users, which absolutely fists Steam's previous record of 41.2 million. And at least 77% of that record comes from only two games, Grow a Garden, which has become a fucking Godzilla kaiju level success over the last couple months, where it's been breaking records left and right for concurrent players. It got to 22 million, which is the highest for any single game ever, absolutely biblically smacking down Fortnite's record from its prime. And another game, Steal a Brain Rot, which had 15 million concurrent. These numbers are unfathomable, especially when you consider the fact that more and more people have had their eyes open to the danger of the platform. Over the last couple weeks, Roblox has been getting fucking torched. It has been getting flambéed by the general public because many people have now become aware of just how many predators have been rampant on that platform for years, unchecked. And really, the straw that broke the camel's back was when they banned Schlep. And they made a strong stance against vigilantes who were getting predators arrested from their platform because Roblox was not doing enough on their own. Roblox pulled some galaxy brain chess maneuver and just showed the world its entire asshole, and it was rotten. Roblox has made like a really aggressive, strong, scorched earth stance against the people that are stopping predators on their platform, as opposed to channeling that energy to going after the predators themselves. They seem more upset that people are talking about and doing something on their own about these dangerous, evil individuals on their platform. Yes, over the years, Roblox has, of course, reported dangerous people to authorities, but they've clearly missed some. They've slipped through the cracks. And as such, a lot of children have been victim to some horrible people. You can find so many stories about this happening and Roblox's lack of action. It's sickening. So the community took it upon themselves to start trying to do something about it because Roblox wasn't listening to them and they clearly weren't doing enough. And instead of like working with the community to try and make it better, Roblox instead attacked all of them and made this like
Chowking wonton mommy. Sarap mag-chow.
It's like, you know, fucking wearing the Infinity Gauntlet. We will snap away all vigilantes. And then crickets about the pedophiles. It's fucking baffling. So it hasn't been going well for them in the public eye, yet their platform continues to grow, gluttonously consuming every fucking user on the planet. Even though their stock price did plummet after they dropped the fucking meteor on Schlep and made their really passionate stance against people taking matters into their own hands to try and protect children, their stock price has now recovered and is almost back to where it was in a very short period of time. It has rebounded and it will likely just continue to go up because its users are exploding. So even though parents and like the general population are more aware of the danger on Roblox now than ever, it hasn't actually impacted them overly negatively, other than their reputation being in the shitter, which also doesn't really seem to matter that much because people are just fucking addicted to it like Fent. So they continue to flock to Roblox, even knowing full well the possibility of bad actors being all over the place. You could queue up for a steal a brain rot game or, God forbid, wait in line to meet LeBron simulator, and then next thing you know, you're waiting in line next to a Meep City veteran who's talking sexual and trying to get you to go to their fucking Telegram or some shit, or talk to him on Discord. It's a huge problem. People are aware of it, but it is still growing. But luckily, there are still people willing to try and get Roblox to do more to keep the platform safe from this scum. There have been a lot of stuff that we've already covered, but the most recent being Law by Mike, who has now joined in this fight against Roblox, where he has announced he is suing them. And he is actively looking to gather more evidence from more victims about all of the traumatic experiences and all the horrible things that they may have gone through on Roblox to try and get Roblox to do more to moderate that platform to keep the kids safe on it. Because it is a platform mainly used by children. Also, I've mentioned this before, the fucking CEO, Dave Buzuki, I think that guy is a real creep. I think he is such a weirdo. It was pulling teeth trying to get Roblox to acknowledge that 17 plus, that still is a minor. So he is the guy that's pitching Roblox as having like a companion app, or not a companion app, being half gaming and half dating for 17 plus. He wanted a 17 plus dating service to be in addition to Roblox as a gaming platform. And not only that, all of like the adult games on Roblox, like the spicy content adult games, are 17 plus. And they were locked in on that. They planted their fucking feet and refused to budge an inch no matter how many people were telling them that 17 is still a minor. You shouldn't be able to have adult access given to a 17-year-old. And like a 17 dating app. It's so fucking weird, but they were really, like, they planted their feet on that, and it's only recently that they finally said, okay, 18 plus. What? I cannot believe how hard it was. That should be a huge red flag to a lot of people, I would say. But also, I'm going to go a step further. Roblox is mainly a platform for children. I just don't even think it should offer 18 plus services in any capacity, like 18 plus games or a fucking 18 plus dating accessory to it. It's weird. And I know I've already mentioned that, but I really find that so fucking alarming that they would not move on 17 plus. And then when they finally did, they did it like really disappointedly, like, fine. Kicking sand. 18 plus then. Anyway, though, I'll stop yapping about that. I want to briefly show you a couple bits and pieces from Law by Mike's video here about the lawsuit that he's working on building against Roblox. I want to show you a clip here, though, where he's mentioning the moderation, which has been a big thing people have pointed out in regards to Roblox's failures in protecting children.
Roblox is now the go-to social platform for younger audiences. 78 million users log in every day. The platform processes more than 50,000 chat messages every second. Roblox claims its AI and human reviewers scan all of it, text, audio, and images. But here's the problem. The company allegedly employs only about 3,000 moderators. Compare that to TikTok, roughly 3 times Roblox's daily users, but over 13 times the number of moderators on staff. The reason for the lack of moderators is allegedly due to Roblox's focus on growth over safety.
I recommend you check out Law by Mike's full video on this covering it, but this section here I think is something very important to mention, and it's something, again, a lot of people have talked about, including moderators from Roblox and former employees in this department. Roblox seems to have prioritized perpetual growth with safety falling to the back burner as like this afterthought, because they've been able to get away with being very lackluster and hands-off for so many years. Despite tons and tons of victims and tons of horror stories, they've never really had anything that affected them to a degree that would concern them to make them prioritize safety. Contrary to what they say to parents and shit about how safe Roblox is, it's like letting your kids, have daycare in heaven. There's nothing wrong on Roblox. You got our big thumbs up guarantee on that, which is obviously not the case. And you can also see that reflected in the size of their team. As Law by Mike points out, 3,000 moderators for their size is just not enough. He compares it to TikTok, which has significantly more users and significantly more moderators. Like I think everyone recognizes that it's not possible for them to catch every single bad actor and every single bad message that goes through Roblox. The volume is just too high. But what they could do is work more collaboratively with people like Schlepp, people that do actively work to try and make the community safer. Instead of villainizing them, they could instead be, in partnership with them, or at least on friendly terms, and at least listen to them, because the community also wants the game to be safe. So they are working to try and make the game they love safer for the player base. And instead of Roblox coming out and fucking slapping them around for no reason and banning them, it makes no sense why they wouldn't view that as another arm of moderation for them, where the community is policing themselves. Their handling of it just makes no sense to me. Like, they don't have enough moderators. I think that should be very clear to everyone, including Roblox, so they need more moderators. But they also have a community that is actively trying to catch bad actors and get them off the platform. And instead of working with them, they are working against them. It's just so fucking backwards, if you ask me.
In fact, 8 current and former trust and safety staff describe ignored requests for more resources, backlogs of incident reports, and even a manager quitting after promised hires never showed up. Some say protective features they suggested, like pop-up warnings, were rejected, and safety settings, like blocking strangers in chat, were switched off by default. Once again, Roblox points to AI moderation as the solution, but employees admit the tech still misses the subtle signs of unsafe behavior. And the gaps aren't small. The filters block words like Snapchat or Discord, but people get around them by using emojis or by tweaking the spelling a little.
To me, that paints a very clear picture that Roblox prioritizes profit over safety of its users. Instead of hiring more human moderators that can pick up on those behaviors, like former employees have mentioned, they instead put all of their eggs into the basket of AI. Not because the tools are more effective and it's better than their human counterparts, but because it's cheaper. 100% AI is significantly cheaper instead of hiring another 5,000 moderators or something. Instead of hiring 5,000 people with a salary and everything that comes with it, the benefits and all that, they instead just need to have AI do it for them. It would save them so much money on their bottom line, which is why it's so enticing to Roblox and many other corporations like it. It is clearly not as effective as a human moderator. Human moderators seem to actually want to improve Roblox. According to these reports, they were suggesting features that were rejected for some reason and a plethora of other issues, but the point is, instead of Roblox listening to the human moderators, it sounds more like they just kind of sidelined them and focused on just AI and like beefing it up a little bit, even though it clearly wasn't doing a good enough job. Again, the motivation for that decision is obviously financial because of how much cheaper it is to use AI instead of hiring more human moderators.
Most platforms lean on a law called Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, and that law protects websites and apps from being sued over what their users post. That's why Instagram or YouTube don't get dragged into court every time someone uploads something harmful. But the lawsuits against Roblox aren't just about what users post. They're about the company itself. Lawyers argue Roblox designed the platform in risky ways, marketed it as safe, and then ignored clear warning signs. And at least one court has already said Section 230 doesn't cover misrepresentation. So if Roblox tells parents this is safe and it's not, that responsibility falls on Roblox, not the users.
This section was very interesting to me because Roblox, for as long as I can remember, has always touted itself as being like at the forefront of innovation in keeping children safe on their platform. Again, it is a platform parents are definitely familiar with because it is a platform very much catered to children. It is mainly a platform for kids. So obviously one of the main concerns of a parent is, well, is it safe? Is there going to be anything bad on there that my kid could be exposed to or something? And Roblox has always stepped forward to assure them that, no, there's nothing bad that can happen on there. It's all perfectly safe. Even though it's very clear and there's evidence of Roblox being aware of so much danger and so much bad shit going on its platform. Not just with the predators on there, but even just a lot of the content on there. He points out a couple of the games like Escape from Diddy and shit like that, but there's more than that. Like the shower simulator games and like the virtual, like very spicy games on there and shit. All of which have gone unchecked for so long. Very clear that it is not as safe as Roblox claims that it is. And it seems like they know that it's not, but continue to make the claim anyway. Anyway, though, it'll be very interesting to see how it all shakes down in court. Law by Mike announced that he is going to be joining in this and working collaboratively with other lawyers against Roblox, and it launched a website called I Think I Have a Case for anyone that may have an experience like what so many others have unfortunately gone through on Roblox. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about this a little bit. That's really it. See ya. Roblox is a platform that needs no introduction, yet every time I talk about it, I feel compelled to remind people that this is like one of the most profitable things on the planet. This game has become more popular than oxygen, but I'm sure all of you already know that. There's not a soul on this planet that hasn't at least heard the name Roblox. You could live underground just feeding off dirt, and somehow I'm sure the name Roblox made it down to the subterranean culture. Like, it is actually that big. But for some parents that stay in the know about the happenings on the online space, Roblox is a name that might send some shivers down your spine, because there is a big problem in the community that has existed for a while, one that the Roblox headquarters plugs its ears to and even actively tries to bury or dissuade people from trying to solve the problem themselves. That problem being predators. There have been innumerable cases of Roblox predators preying on children through the platform. It's led to so many national headlines about this issue, and it's gotten so bad that there are YouTubers and like vigilante groups on the game that have taken matters into their own hands to try and catch and get these predators arrested so they can make the platform safer for children. Roblox themselves don't do enough to keep the platform safe, so the community has taken it upon themselves to do it themselves. Like, Roblox always claims that they're working on it, but they're really not. They're doing the equivalent of going to the gym and hitting 2 sets of dilly-dally and calling it a day. They don't actually do much for this.
Has sent a cease and desist letter to me, a 22-year-old, versus a multi-billion-dollar company, threats of litigation, because I catch predators on their platform. Within the last year, me and my team have gotten 6 predators arrested within the Roblox community. Almost all of them have admitted to doing this before to other Roblox users.
This is a YouTuber named Schlepp who has been working to get predators arrested that are preying on children through the Roblox platform. And Roblox has now permanently banned him, like IP ban, banish all of his accounts to the Shadow Realm, and he is facing potential legal problems for this. It's pretty odd considering Roblox willingly turns a blind eye to the pedophile plague on their platform, but will laser focus, dial in, and fucking call in, like, the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs in order to try and wipe out people like Schlepp that try and stop the predators themselves. So instead of stopping the predators, Roblox stops the people stopping the predators. It's really backwards, if you ask me. That shit doesn't make any sense. Like, just let that marinate in your head for a moment. Like, I understand vigilante groups can sometimes be a problem, but when you as the company are doing nothing to actually stop it yourself, what other options are there? The community has to take matters into their own hands and start policing themselves to try and keep the platform safe, since Roblox is really dropping the ball on it. Like, for some reason, they don't even get out of bed when they hear about a pedophile on the platform, but if they hear about a YouTuber doing something to stop that, shit, they fire up like Dracula. They sit up like The Undertaker and they get to business. They go to work. So, this is not the first time this has happened. They have come after people like Schlepp before, the people that are actively trying to make the platform safer, and it just doesn't make any sense. The CEO seems to be too busy trying to pitch Roblox as a dating platform in addition to being for gaming. I already made a video talking about the lunacy of this idea, but it is like chumming the waters for sharks. The sharks in this case being pedophiles. Anyone who knows anything about Roblox and has a functioning frontal lobe should tell you what a recipe for disaster this is, to turn a platform that mainly targets children into also having a dating site component to it. That he wants to be 17 plus, which is a weird number to choose for that, by the way. But the CEO, Dave fucking Hakalugi Bazuki, really is fixated on trying to make this a reality of turning Roblox into a dating site in addition to its gaming. But they can't even protect children from pedophiles now. Imagine when they try and implement this to it.
Hilarious. Roblox is actively claiming that I'm hurting their players. Roblox is claiming that I'm engaging in simulated child endangerment conversations. What? So one of the fundamental bases of predator catching is that you cannot talk sexually to predators. Predators are supposed to be the ones talking sexually to you. If you talk sexually to predators, like straight off the get-go, that's entrapment. That is literally what entrapment is. We almost always play a naive kid who doesn't know anything about this stuff, so they teach us about this stuff. If you watch these videos, you know how the chats are going, and they're not even on Roblox. Most of the chat logs are on Discord, and they're accusing me of getting people off of platform onto different social media sites.
Let's take a peek at this real quick. While Roblox acknowledges that your stated intentions may be to protect children, and while it recognizes the serious nature of online predatory behavior, your methods, including failing to immediately report suspicious activity to Roblox through proper channels, are actively interfering with Roblox's established safety protocols and critically are exposing Roblox's users to increased risk. If that isn't the fattest load of barnacles you've ever tried to swallow, I don't know what is. The big thing with everyone that is actively trying to keep the platform safer, like people like Schlepp trying to catch predators, they report them immediately. That is the number one thing they do. The problem is, and you can look this up there yourself, there are so many articles that detail how nonchalant Roblox is when it comes to these reports. The problem is, Roblox doesn't act on it. So as far as I know, in all of these predator catching groups, the first thing they do is report it through the proper channels on Roblox, but the issue is that report just makes it directly to the shitter at Roblox HQ for them to flush it. I don't know where it goes, but I guess it just goes somewhere to collect dust at Roblox. It falls into the goddamn back rooms. So they never actually act on any of the reports. So the proper channels are fucking useless. It's baffling. And in a lot of cases, Schlepp's about to give you an example, even when a predator is arrested, like a Roblox predator is arrested, they don't even ban that account that is associated with them a lot of times. It's craziness. To say like he's not doing this the right way because he's not reporting it through Roblox is just incorrect, and also laughable for them to claim that by not doing that, he's putting users at more risk. How does that make any sense? How is him trying to catch these predators somehow putting children in harm's way? Like, more so than Roblox doing nothing except sitting on these reports forever, maybe using them as like scribbling paper at the office, like a coloring book. Like, how is what he's doing, actively trying at least, to stop predators, putting users more at risk? The next barrage of mumbo-jumbo from Roblox is equally baffling, saying that he's engaging in simulated child endangerment. Well, I guess kind of, because there are predators on your platform that are talking sexually to him and his group that are pretending to be kids. And according to Schlepp, they're not initiating those inappropriate conversations. The predators are just there. The call's coming from inside the house on Roblox. He is not going out of his way to create pedophiles to catch. They are there. So the conversations do happen because the predators are there having them. And you have to imagine that in most cases, they're not having them with a vigilante group trying to catch them. They're having them with real children that are in real danger from these pedophiles that are running rampant on the platform. Now, the next thing they talk about, moving them to a new platform? What the fuck? As Schlepp mentions, a lot of the conversations do end up off the Roblox service on things like Discord. And apparently that's an issue with Roblox too, that they've taken users from Roblox and brought them to Discord. It's almost like they were upset that they lost a user there to somewhere else. Like, no, bring them back. You're not allowed to. You're trying to poach our community. We're gonna lose pedophiles if you keep catching them, and we need that to pump up our numbers. You kidding me? No. That's a big problem.
I guess that's worth a cease and desist and an IP ban of every single account that I own. That's just crazy. I can't even fathom that. They also say sharing or soliciting personally identifiable information. I have no idea what they're referring to this. I would love to know what they're talking about. Are they referring to the fact that I give the information of the predators that we find to the police? Like, the people we're talking to are predators.
Another weird one here from the slimy suits at Roblox Corp. What do you mean personally identifiable information? It almost sounds like they care more about the privacy of the predators than the act of actually stopping them. It's like, whoa, you just shared some of our users' data without our permission. Are you kidding me? You're fucking doxing a pedophile on our platform? Nope. That is not permissible. We do not support that at all. Like, what the fuck? Like, it'd be entirely unnecessary if you would just do your job and give that personal information to the authorities so that way the predators could get arrested, but you're not doing it. So people like Schlepp have to. Like,
the most insulting thing is that they told me I'm not reporting people quick enough and I'm not reporting them through the right outlets. Tell me the right outlets. I have been trying to figure this out for like a year now. This here is Nepali Incel. This person actually made credible threats to the Las Vegas sphere in a Roblox game. And I saw this with my own two eyes. And the reason why it's a credible threat, it is because the FBI went ahead and arrested someone for making threats within that same game. I made a moderation ticket about it, and I even actually made a report to the FBI about this. Where is the cease and desist letter for him? Where is the IP ban for him? Are you gonna ban all of this dude's accounts?
Roblox uses the proper channels as like kind of this shield, but it's really a myth. It doesn't seem to actually exist because nobody knows the proper channels. They're doing all of like the reporting that they can to Roblox through everything they think is the proper channels. But Roblox, I guess, isn't very clear with what they are because they keep saying, nope, still not using the right channels. Well, what the fuck are they? Nobody seems to know how to access the proper channels. It's like a fucking Call of Duty Zombies Easter egg. How do you get there? Why don't you explain it then? Why don't you make it more clear? Because as of now, everyone is reporting it through what they believe is the right channels, the ones that are readily available and accessible to people to report through, but those, I guess, aren't the right ones. So where the fuck are they and how can they access them? It's ridiculous. It is absolutely absurd. And then he makes a mention here of how, like, this one guy who did get arrested for credible terrorist threats still has his account active on Roblox. And there are predators that have been arrested and are currently in jail that still have their accounts active on Roblox. Like, they do not act on this shit, but they will act immediately if they catch a whiff of somebody trying to take matters into their own hands to stop it themselves to make the platform safer. They're instantaneously right there at their door ready to slap them with some legal paperwork here. It's just craziness.
This is literally how it goes. We go to roblox.com/support, submit a moderation ticket, and then fill out the prompt with all the information regarding our arrest and give you guys the same Google Drive that we give to the cops. And in a lot of instances, Roblox won't even ban after we reach out to them regarding felony arrests. What I typically have to do is report cases to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, or go on the news to show gameplay of our decoys with the predators on Roblox. I've literally felt so lost at trying to get the attention of Roblox Roblox regarding these predators, I've created binders with all the chat logs, and I've sent it to their headquarters in San Mateo, California. This is the first time Roblox has ever directly reached me out. Instead of trying to say, hey, we want to work with you, or literally giving me a line to report these people, or simply saying, don't make these videos anymore, we're gonna ban you, Roblox just terminated every account I own and sent me this cease and desist.
I feel like it's pretty clear in this case, Schlepp has literally done everything he can to try and let Roblox be the one to get these predators off the platform, putting the ball in their court, hoping that they will do the right thing and act on this information, at the very least investigate it, but they're not, which is why there are groups that are doing it themselves. That's the issue. He has literally exhausted every possible avenue and I guess still hasn't found the proper channel, even though he even sent like physical evidence to their actual brick and mortar location and still got nothing. Like, it's very clear that there is no real proper channels, but they really don't like people trying to stop the predator problem themselves. But Roblox also doesn't want to do it either. So, I mean, what options are left? Just let that continue, let that fester, let Roblox be a platform where children are just completely unsafe? I don't think that's exactly a bright future. This is a platform that does desperately need to be cleaned up. It is a huge problem there, and Roblox isn't doing it. Schlepp then tells a very personal experience he had on Roblox when he was a kid, and how he was also a victim of these type of evil people. And when his mother reached out to Roblox to report all of that and give the evidence about everything that had happened to her son, Roblox didn't act on it, and that individual still wasn't banned until years later. There is a problem, and Roblox isn't solving it, so the community is doing what they can to try and keep it safer. But Roblox is attacking the community that is actively trying to do that for them. I think it's bullshit. I think that is fucking baloney right there. And Roblox needs a real change in leadership in how they approach this shit. Maybe Dave Bazooki, instead of focusing on bringing dating to a children's game, should focus on trying to keep the children on that game safe. Maybe that should be the priority, I would think. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this a little bit. I'm wishing Schlepp the best. I'm hoping Roblox will reverse their decision here. Schlepp also works with Gideon in catching some of these predators, and they are doing significantly more to keep the community safe than Roblox appears to be doing. So hats off to them for the good work. And yeah, I wanted to talk about it a little bit. That's it. See ya.
Nor Professional Packs. Swak bang negosyo? Swak sa lasa. Nor Professional. Sarap, that's truly swak.
Well, they did it. Roblox decided to double down on their decision to ban and threaten legal action against someone that was trying to keep their platform safer for children, a responsibility Roblox doesn't seem to want to do themselves, at least not in an efficient way. So the quick and dirty of it, if you don't know the lore, I'll give you the nutshell breakdown here. I made a video on it a couple days ago, but earlier this week, a YouTuber named Schlepp just got permanently IP banned by Roblox HQ and threatened with legal action because he colored outside the lines here. He was a little naughty in the eyes of the Roblox corpo overlords, the fucking weasels in suits over there, those grease goblins. Apparently when Schlepp was young, he was the victim of a bad actor on Roblox, and as he grew up, he wanted to do what he could to make the platform safer for children so they didn't have to experience what he did. And thus he started actively catching predators and has actually had a few of them even arrested. He is doing what he can to just try and make the platform safer. Roblox takes a huge issue with that. One of the big criticisms of Roblox that has existed for years is how poorly they handle predators on Roblox. They are very hands-off when it comes to safety. Basically, their philosophy boils down to the old Luigi method in Mario Party, where if you do nothing, maybe you'll win. But in this case, that is not happening. You see, their tactics here of basically just plugging their ears and closing their eyes and then wiping their ass with all of the reports that flood in, it's led to a massive issue with Roblox where there has been a very common occurrence of predators preying on kids through their platform. You've probably seen tons and tons of headlines about pedophiles through Roblox by this point. It's very clear that they are not efficient when it comes to handling this. So, the community has begun policing themselves, and Schlepp was among those that were trying to do what they could to catch the predators and have them arrested, but it's not like they were going behind Roblox's back for it. Schlepp was actively providing Roblox all of the evidence, all of the reports, even sending a physical binder to the Roblox headquarters, and still they sat on their hands, put their thumb up their ass, and spun around on it or something. I guess when the package arrived there, they must have treated it like the Unabomber was trying to reach them or something. Like, Schlepp and all of these other predator catchers on Roblox are actively trying to go through the proper channels, so Roblox will be the ones to act on it, but they just haven't been. At least not enough, clearly, because there's still a huge problem on Roblox with this. So, Roblox shut him down and threatened legal action. That has led to a huge shitstorm for Roblox, rightfully so. This has made headlines across the globe here. A wacky new development is apparently Roblox Corporation's chief safety officer, Matthew Kaufman, just sold over $800,000 worth of company stock shortly after the platform issued a cease and desist to Schlepp. Looking like a little panic over there at the HQ. That is seeming like there's some holes in the ship. You don't often see the chief safety officer cash out that much stock in the wake of a huge debate about the safety of the platform that he is supposed to be managing and operating efficiently. Sounds like he's a little worried that people are more alert to how poorly Roblox itself handles safety in general. Another thing that happened is a congressman is also now making a push for Roblox to do more to keep children safe on their platform. It's gotten so big Roblox couldn't ignore it any further, so they put out a statement clarifying and doubling down on their decision to fight back against the vigilante groups, which is mind-boggling, just straight up fucking reflaffitating that they thought that this was somehow like a W, like a PR win here. We are fighting back against the vigilante groups. And then crickets when it comes to pedophiles. Why aren't you fighting the pedophiles? Why are you laser focused with the fucking crosshairs on the vigilantes that are fighting the pedophiles? Like, this is a wild hill to die on. We are sharing more information about why it was necessary to remove vigilantes from Roblox and the ways in which we review and act on reports of abuse on Roblox. While seemingly well-intentioned, the vigilantes we've banned have taken action that are both unacceptable and create an unsafe environment for users. I just need to stop right here and just take a pause. Schlepp and other vigilantes catching predators is not making the game more unsafe than it currently is by just having those predators running rampant with no one to stop them because you are not efficiently stopping them. Like, this is a crazy stance to take. Similar to actual predators, they often impersonate minors, actively approached other users, then tried to lead them to other platforms to have sexually explicit conversations, which is against our terms of use. Accurate, timely reporting from our community is important. Reporting through the appropriate channels, including our custom-designed reporting tools, immediately and with as much specific information as possible is the best way to help us remove bad actors from Roblox. These reporting tools are designed to capture key metadata and details that cannot be captured from an email or screenshot and enable faster, more efficient reviews and more thorough reporting to law enforcement when warranted. I'm going to take another break here real quick. When does that go live? Because that's definitely not live right now. Like, what do you mean? Like, that is the biggest problem. Everything you're saying right there is absolute gobbledygook. Like, that's just mumbo jumbo. You're just saying words that aren't real. That is the big problem. No matter how many times people are reporting these bad actors through your channels, there is no efficient, fast reviewing that leads to the person being, kicked off the platform. There's so many cases of predators who have literally been arrested that still actually have their Roblox accounts live. Like, what are you talking about? That is blatantly false. And that is the issue. You can say you have all these tools and that you take in all of these reviews, but there's nothing that really shows that. It doesn't seem like if that is the case, it's made any difference. Maybe you need to overhaul that, or maybe you need to beef it up or something. Maybe you should work with the vigilante groups instead of vilifying them, because they're doing a better job at getting the predators captured and taken off the platform than your systems are. I don't know why you view the vigilantes as enemies. Again, I can understand in general why vigilantes could be a bad thing, like on a broad scale, but when the company isn't doing things to ensure the safety of the users, well, vigilantes are super necessary to step in to do it for them, to keep the platform safe, because you are just not doing your job. Like, it makes no sense to me that they would be so combative with someone like Schlepp, where they'd cease and desist, ban him, and then threaten legal action. You could work with him. Why don't you guide him through the proper channels? He is doing a good service by getting these predators arrested. It is something you are not doing enough of.
Ang mga inasal chicken inasal, di lang malaki. Ang laki-laki! Kita at paa, pinagsama, di lang masarap. Ang sarap-sarap!
He is doing a good service by getting these predators arrested. It is something you are not doing enough of. We realize that no platform is perfect, but we prioritize trust and safety because it's core to what we do as a company. It doesn't really seem like you prioritize it, by the way. It seems like your CEO is prioritizing trying to turn it into a fucking dating site for 17 plus, which, again, by the way, is a really weird age where he's trying to pitch a 17 plus dating service to a company, Roblox, so it'd be half gaming and half dating. It seems like that's the focus, because Dave fucking Bazooki here, the CEO of Roblox, can't stop yapping about it. It doesn't seem like the priority is trust and safety. That's all I'm saying. This is an area where we invest heavily and are always innovating. Helping keep our users safe is a critical part of our vision of connecting 1 billion people with optimism and civility, and is a strategic imperative for our creator community. And then just a bunch of blabbering here, all of which it doesn't seem to be true. Again, I understand they can't wipe them all out instantly, but it's clear that reports are falling on deaf ears. Like, there are predators, real predators, like with irrefutable evidence that Roblox is not acting on. So there is a problem here, and it doesn't seem like they're doing enough. Then they go on to talk about like just how many messages and how many users are on Roblox. Again, I understand there's millions and millions and a lot to go through, a lot to comb through, which is why, again, I don't understand why they wouldn't be extending an olive branch to the vigilante groups who are clearly doing a good job at catching real predators that are on their platform. Roblox is missing them in a lot of cases. I don't know why they wouldn't want to work with them. Again, as they mention here, they've got, fucking billions of messages that get across, billions of reports that swipe across their desk every day. Why wouldn't you work with the community that is actively trying to help you and help keep the platform safe? So now they talk about why they've decided to remove vigilantes. We have been monitoring vigilante activity on Roblox for some time. These groups began by reporting safety concerns, commenting on news about Roblox, and challenging us to do better. We appreciate this feedback and use these reports to improve our safety systems. More recently, vigilante activity evolved. Instead of just reporting on safety issues, vigilantes started impersonating children and actively sought to connect with adult users. Those conversations mimicked inappropriate behavior and actively encouraged other users to connect on other social media and messaging platforms, thus bypassing Roblox's own safety systems. These were not one-off situations, and we saw the behavior accelerating across many accounts. This actively created an unsafe environment and normalized behavior that is both unacceptable on Roblox and is against our terms of use. Our policies prohibit directing other users off Roblox to another platform through chat and having/simulating sexually explicit conversations. These are serious policy violations that risk removal from the platform. Just reread your statement here, Roblox. You recognize that these groups were reporting all of this to you, and then you're confused on why they started doing more than just reporting. Could it possibly be because all of the reports they were sending your way for so long weren't leading to the predators getting kicked off the platform or anything? Could that possibly be the reason? Could you follow that trail of breadcrumbs of logic? Like, I don't know how they can be so delusional to not recognize the reason why it evolved beyond just reporting and then they started using like decoys to try and get more evidence is because you weren't acting on the reports. Thus, they gathered more evidence on these bad actors and turned it over to authorities who did act on it. The evidence was sufficient for the police to issue arrests and get the predators. But it wasn't enough for you guys to ban them or do anything like the bare minimum to protect children from these bad actors, these evil people. Like, I don't know why they're confused. They're making it sound like it's some kind of epidemic that spiraled out of control and Roblox was just doing everything by the book perfectly, when that's just not the case. The reason why it evolved so much is because you weren't doing enough. So the community started taking it upon themselves to try and act and do better and ensure the platform was a little safer for whatever they could do. They then have this section on the importance of accurate reporting, going over like It needs to act in accordance with their policies and all of that, and then due to privacy considerations, we cannot inform users whether reports have led to consequences. But the thing about that claim is, to me, it seems like they're trying to hide behind their numbers. Like, we get so many reports, and we just can't inform you if, like, your report led to that person getting banned, but just trust us, it probably did. Like, we're actually, like, we're doing such a good job of getting them all banned. But the thing is, people aren't that fucking stupid. When you have found a bad actor, if you have found a predator and you're reporting that person, a lot of these people are following those accounts to ensure that they get banned because they are a danger to the community. And in a lot of cases, they're not getting banned. Like, they know that there hasn't been consequences. Whether or not Roblox is telling them, people can see for themselves when the accounts aren't banned. They then talk about how they actually go above and beyond. They work with law enforcement, following official legal guidelines around when it's appropriate to collaborate with them and provide information to help track bad actors across platforms to help keep users safe even beyond Roblox. In 2024, they submitted 24,522 reports to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. They then say that on multiple occasions they found vigilante groups holding the reports to Roblox until after they had coordinated real-life meetups and built their own social media posts, and then explain why that's a bad thing, about how waiting to report to Roblox or the relevant authorities means alleged bad actors could potentially remain on the platform longer, leaving the community open to additional risks of harm. And they close out this section by saying that they recognize the community's frustration with how they handle violative behavior outside of Roblox, but they can't always act on all of it because a lot of it's screenshots and other messaging applications that need to be independently confirmed, because without verification it would open up significant abuse and misuse and all of that, so they have to do their due diligence. Overall, this is them saying that they actually take the reports very seriously and that they actually do a lot to try and keep Roblox safe, even beyond Roblox. They then also claim that some of the vigilante groups are like making social media posts about all of these bad actors before even reporting to Roblox. Of course, I don't know if that's all true or not. Very well could be. But the point still stands. There are a lot of bad actors on Roblox, even with all of the reports they act on and the ones that they report to the proper authorities. There is still a huge infestation of these evil people. And the vigilante groups, the ones that Roblox is fighting tooth and nail against, whether they like it or not, they are making a difference in making the platform safer. Roblox can submit all of these reports and do as much as they can, but as they showcase, they get so many and they can't go through all of them. They can't thoroughly investigate every single one. They can't analyze every single screenshot from every off-platform message. They know that. They do even hint at that. But these vigilante groups, in a lot of cases, do go the extra mile for a lot of these individuals, and it leads to them getting arrested and away from children. It takes the predator away from victims. It makes the platform safer. It's not something Roblox should be battling against so vehemently. I really just don't understand why they don't try and work more collaboratively with people like Schlepp or Gideon, who are actively getting these predators arrested. That's the big problem. Roblox isn't doing enough to keep children safe, and instead of trying to find more ways of keeping predators away from children, instead they're trying to legally strong-arm vigilantes into silence and just leaving it all alone and letting Roblox handle it. Put their trust in Roblox, a platform that has repeatedly let down so many people when it comes to getting these bad actors taken off the platform and away from victims. It is a problem that Roblox has done nothing to help with this statement here. This doubling down about this being like some kind of righteous fight against vigilantes is just so off the mark, it's crazy. They then spend a paragraph giving you a tutorial on how to report users, which is just completely useless. It's like giving you a tutorial on how to get ice cream at McDonald's. The fucking machines are broken. It's useless. You can report people till the cows come home. It's not working. That is the issue. They then talk about their Trusted Flagger program, where close and trusted partners can report serious criminal activity such as terrorism, violent extremism, or child exploitation directly to Roblox. And the idea is that the Trusted Flaggers are someone that Roblox puts a lot of weight on with their reports, But the Trusted Flagger program, while it sounds good in theory, is actually highly neglected. And from what I've read from a bunch of people with this program in particular, it doesn't do anything more than just a normal report. It doesn't seem like they actually take into consideration the trusted flag more than the normal report. Overall, I found this response from Roblox to be horrible. The doubling down was just a terrible call here, and it almost reads like Roblox is more upset that people are aware of the Predator problem as opposed to the Predator problem existing in the first place. It seems like Roblox would rather people just be completely ignorant to it, just silence on it, while it's still being in the background. Like, it doesn't seem like they care so much that the Predators exist, they just care that people are talking about the Predators existing now. Like, their priorities are just so out of whack. Threatening legal action against someone who was victimized on your game and is just trying to do what they can to make it better, and just a blanket removing all vigilantes type approach to things here is just nonsensical, because the community is in a position where it needs those vigilante groups because Roblox hasn't done enough to protect them. It's crazy to me. Anyway, I just wanted to give you the follow-up to all this. That's really about it. See ya.
Character AI ay isang AI-powered app kung saan ka pwede makipag-interact at chat sa milyon-milyong character. Download mo na ang Character AI ng libre.
I'm gonna rinse this, y'all. I'm gonna watch Pro Shaken. What is this about, bro?
I'm maf.
Stop staring at my bow, it's just a knot, not a show. My socks aren't too high, they're just keeping up the cold. For 4 out of 5 Pinoys, ito ang pinaka-pinipili or pinakamalaki, pinakamasarap Chicken Joy!
Yo guys, what's up? How's it going? Welcome back to another video. So I thought we'd do an old classic Roblox news video for today because I think it's been a minute. We've got a few interesting things to talk about. The first news is it was Roblox's birthday. So yeah, everybody say happy birthday Roblox. Nah, I'm just kidding. Roblox is in a terrible state at the moment. And I think they know that because they didn't celebrate their birthday at all this year. I don't think there was like a post for it or anything. The only thing I saw was from Blox News and they said happy 19th birthday Roblox. Yeah, Roblox is 19, which just makes me feel so old. Yeah, do you guys remember this? Roblox's 13th birthday celebration. That was back in 2019. So for all of you kids that were 13 back in 2019, you're now 19. Wow, absolutely incredible. So back in 2019, they did this whole like, oh, the video's just refreshed. Yeah, they did this whole like giveaway thing on the catalog where they gave away all of these birthday cake themed accessories and it was pretty cool. Like it was fun to make videos on. Most of them went limited. I was just saying in this video as well, there's like a load of YouTubers featured. I don't even know if most of these guys upload videos anymore. Dita Plays, does he still upload videos? I think that's my username's this. I know he quit. God, this video is awful quality. What is this? Oh, 720p, that's the best you can do. Got Rainway at the top there, infamous for protecting Koofy, which was a year ago today. So yeah, they also gave away like a birthday masker contest thing. So yeah, as I was saying, that was 6 years ago. Time really does fly. And then I think after that, to celebrate their 14th birthday, they gave away this. Oh yeah, that's right, the birthday cape. It's like a cape made out of cake. And there was a code, you could go and redeem it, and it was kind of cool. There you go, I still own it. Yeah, it does look a little bit funny. But guys, for their 19th birthday, they did absolutely nothing. It does say here on Google it was September 1st, so what's that, like 2 days ago now? Yeah, they didn't celebrate. They didn't even release a post. What they did do though is they brought out a few like weird age verification update things. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I thought this one was kind of good, if I'm being honest. Shout out to Blox News. They said today Roblox announced a partnership with the IARC, the globally recognized standard for content ratings for games and apps. So they're known as PEGI. You know, if you go to like www.pegi.info. So apparently individual Roblox experiences, or games I should call them really, are now going to have content ratings. So I guess we're going to get the symbol on the game. So it'll be like 16 plus, 18 plus. I would have thought most things on the platform are probably going to be 7 plus. Obviously like the kiddie games, they're just going to be 3 plus. Anything of like violence in though, maybe like mild dodgy themes, maybe like relationships or kissing or something. I don't flipping know. That might be from 12 to 16. That's normally how they rate it in like normal video games, right? And then anything like dodgy, like drinking, gambling, alcohol, dating, which Roblox are completely obsessed with, is probably going to be 18 plus. And yeah, they've been going crazy on this stuff because just today, only a few hours ago, they said this: today we're announcing our plan to roll out platform-wide age estimation designed to set a new standard for online safety. Now the thing is, right, we were all reading this trying to figure out what Roblox is saying and I don't have a flipping clue. Yeah, I'm not joking. As Creecroft said, solid updates. Would love more details on how platform-wide age estimation will work and what exactly it means. Green Lego Cat said, will Smash or Pass games still be rated 5 plus? Oh god. I think Kobe Blocks was making these, that dodgy guy that did like the OF Roblox Rivals videos. I don't know why he's still lurking about. I do wonder, guys, is if it's going to be some like voice scanner thing, so it kind of listens to how old you are and then tries to guess your age. I mean, I really don't know. If you've got like a fairly deep voice, you should be fine. I guess for some people though, it's going to be like really hard to tell. Normally it works okay with my voice, but my face, it thinks I'm a bit younger. We'll have to see what happens with this though. A lot of games might stop getting restricted for people. I mean, we'll have to see. And to finish off the Roblox birthday celebrations, they got hit with a video from Law by Mike. Now this guy's kind of like one of those lawyer influencers. Personally, I don't really watch them too much, but I know they are very, very popular. Like people love their videos. And yeah, he straight up said he is suing Roblox for their child safety issues and because of what they did to Schlep. But here's the thing, you can see RTC said here, new clarification, Law by Mike had incorrectly stated that Schlep is already suing Roblox. Schlep states that no lawsuit has been filed yet. So yeah, Schlep's got to be very careful with this because he's got to like get it 100% spot on and accurate. Otherwise it's going to cost him a lot of money and he's going to lose. So I've got my fingers crossed for Schlep. Like I hope he can come out on top of this. He can come out as the victor, right? But yeah, I just want to say no lawsuit has been been filed just yet. I guess they're probably going to start doing that soon. I mean, if Law by Mike's in on it, it looks like it's going to happen, right? Anyways, guys, yeah, that was pretty much it for Roblox's birthday. So a few things happened. I guess nothing really that great. It's not like we got some free accessories or anything like we used to do. But to be fair, they haven't really done that in ages anyway.
Order food you love with Food Panda. Download the app and order now.
Here we go again, guys. Yet again, I find myself talking about DMCA on Roblox because, yeah, if you guys weren't aware, the entire Roblox copyright system is a flipping joke. It's been terrible ever since it was established, really. Ever since they brought out a copyright system, it just hasn't worked properly. Prior to that, it was pretty funny because you could just, like, upload whatever you wanted to on Roblox. But now your stuff can get content deleted, and once you get 3 strikes, that's it. They terminate your account, just like what happened to my old Chuck Trick Shots Roblox account. It got terminated twice for 2D Adidas clothing copyright strikes. Yep, I made Adidas clothing when I was 13 and I just kept getting terminated for it. But luckily, I was in the STARS program, so I could get my account back. Anyway, I have got a bit more bad news surrounding Roblox's DMCA system. Yeah, to be honest, there's actually a lot to talk about in today's video. There's like loads of bad stuff, which isn't great. So I'm gonna put these into chapters. So if any of you guys are having like specific problems with that certain type of DMCA ban or whatever, or warning or strike or whatever you want to call it, then yeah, feel free to skip any parts of today's video. But let's just get into it because yeah, there's a ton of problems. Starting off with this, shout out to Buzz who said, "Hey, I'm Buzz. I made the biblically accurate emote. It was published on the 8th of August, I guess, to the marketplace, and a lot of people really liked it. Some liked it so much that they stole it, re-uploaded it. Some liked it even more that they falsely DMCA'd mine." So stuff like this has been happening on Roblox for a very long time now. Obviously, prior to UGC emotes being a thing, people would do it with just regular UGC hats. It even happened to me, right? You get one bad actor that will steal your item, they will download the mesh and texture, or in this case, the animation, they will re-upload it, put it on sale for Robux, and then even go as far as to DMCA copyright strike the original version. And because Roblox's copyright system just doesn't work, this stuff gets terminated, and if you get enough copyright strikes, well, your entire Roblox account just gets deleted basically. You get banned off the platform. So yeah, I feel bad for this guy. You know, it's a shame. Buzz said here, insult to injury. All my takedown requests I've submitted to the one-on-one re-uploads have been rejected. So this guy countered it, right? He responded to try and get them deleted or to try and get his stuff back, and Roblox declined it. And yeah, here's the thing. This happens all the time. You can see here from Softy. Filed a DMCA on someone re-uploading our UGC item. It was approved, but they filed a counter despite it being a blatant copy. Only option left is a lawsuit, which is going to cost a lot and it's not worth it. So that's the thing, guys. Yeah, it's just not worth it. Even if you try and respond yourself and you counter it with your real information, well, there is a chance your information is probably going to get leaked and, you know, stolen off of you, because in legal matters, that's what happens. They pass your information on, including your address, email address, and phone number, to the person that took down your stuff so they can contact you. But we know in reality, they're just going to use it for malicious purposes. As I was saying though, guys, I get questions about this all the time, at least like 3 or 4 times a week. And I was replying to Raz here, which had the same issue. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. An emote, a UGC hat, it could be anything. I said I've talked about this in vids before. The sad thing is, there is nothing you can do unless you're willing to pay $150 per item for a lawyer to sort it out. So yeah, I did ask a lawyer about this because I know countering stuff on Roblox doesn't work. It works on YouTube, but then again, YouTube's worth like twice as much as Roblox. They've got a proper like moderation support team. They've got this entire like copyright team, so stuff like that does get sorted properly. But of course, guys, on Roblox, it doesn't, because you end up talking to some people at a call center, which unfortunately have no idea what they are doing. So I spoke to a lawyer a few months ago, at the start of this year I think it was, and I said, look, how much is it going to cost to get rid of all of this stuff that people have been like stealing off of me? You know, direct re-uploads of my UGC accessories. And so the lawyer just said it's $150 per item. And I was just like, well, I haven't even made $150 off the UGC item, so there's just no point. Raz replied to me, in fact. He said, "That's so annoying. Thanks for the response though. It's just extremely infuriating to deal with these people, especially now that they've stolen an item I just uploaded yesterday, and the stolen one they've uploaded today got more sales." Oh man, I just don't know what we can do. That's just the truth. Unless you're willing to spend so much money on a lawyer to sort this stuff out, it's just not worth it. I've spoken to Roblox. They don't care. They say because it's copyright, it's like out of their hands, even though it's happening on their platform. I know it's a bit messy. I just don't know what you can do, guys. That's the honest truth. I'm stuck. That's why the people that stole stuff off me, I tried to take it down, but it didn't work. My strikes got rejected. The whole system is a mess. They need to just like delete it, scrap it, and start again and sort it out properly and train their staff so they know how to handle this type of stuff. Some of you will probably remember when people were like copyright striking my items back last year in 2024 on the 20th of May. I got my classic skull headphones deleted. I think I told you guys what happened, right? The guy that copyright struck me, I got his account deleted, and then like a few months later he got his account back, but my item just never got restored. Roblox just couldn't figure out how to fix it. Yep, here we are a year later, well, over a year later, and they still can't sort it out. This is why I don't make UGC stuff anymore, because I just can't be asked. I'm sorry guys, I know that's not like the response you want me to say. I know you want me to like think of a way to like get the copies deleted or get your original content restored, but it's just not possible because Roblox has such a crappy copyright system. You just can't win. If you're making original content and you're having issues, you're just absolutely screwed. This has been going on for a while though, just groups like re-uploading a ton of stuff. Apparently this group here, Adventurous UGC, just re-uploads all of the trending and best-selling items for a quick profit. Yeah, I checked out the group and I noticed they were selling like a ton of like Stealer Brainrot stuff and Sammy and Jandel things, probably from the live event which happened over the weekend. And again, like, I don't really know what we could do. If you own any of this stuff, you could send in a copyright strike. Would it go through? Would it get accepted? I don't know. They've even said in the group's description, protected under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Well, no, not really, because they don't own the rights to the items. They are stealing them off other people. It's just Roblox's awful system. You just can't win. If you're like a decent, innocent creator making your own stuff, yeah, I don't know what you can do really. Anyway, let's move on to the other topic, because if you make UGC items, you don't only have to deal with bad actors, sometimes you have to deal with Roblox themselves. Now, I have already done an entire video about this. I can't remember if I featured this tweet or not, but there was this tweet here from Emperor, and he was saying, impersonators attempting to terminate large creators. Some dude is impersonating Roblox and sending mass DMCAs. I'll do my best to restore this item, but what they do is hit a few of your accessories with DMCAs, which leads to an initial warning, and you basically get banned. Now, I'm guessing Emperor is probably aware by now, because this tweet was a while ago, but this is Roblox. Like, this is not anybody impersonating Roblox. This is Roblox doing it themselves. If you upload like a Shaggy, a Dominus, a Domino Crown, a Fedora, a Valk, there is such a high chance that Roblox will copyright strike you, and there is nothing you can do about it. And obviously you don't want to be appealing against the people which own the website, and that won't go down too well. Anyway, yeah, finally people figured out it was Roblox, not an impersonator. You can see here CV10K. He was saying Roblox's DMCA agents wrongly claim ownership over Valkyrie items, even though Valks are 1,000-year-old mythology concepts. So there you go. Yeah, I'm surprised that got deleted actually, because he didn't even put Valk in the title. Apparently it was too similar to this, and yeah, he got a DMCA by Roblox, which is not good because 3 strikes and you're out. And if you've got a lot of items like this one kind of looks like a retexture as well. I guess there is a chance you could get deleted very quickly if you've got multiple of them on your account. Of course you can archive them, but that seems kind of silly, especially when you're uploading something like this. Yeah, Tappy Slap got a DMCA claim from Roblox because of a luxury red fedora. I'm guessing Roblox AI probably picked this up as like a Sparkle Time fedora or something, but still, this absolutely sucks. Also, he said this item had been up for 2 years, so yeah, that's not good. Yeah, if you check out recently deleted on Rollymons, they've been absolutely obsessed with like deleting Valks and fedoras recently. Look at this, just every hour they delete a new one. It is getting kind of crazy, especially when stuff like this gets deleted. That's just harmless. Some of it I do understand, like the complete rip-offs, but some of these are just way too unique to be DMCA claimed. I've been seeing all of the tweets from all of you UGC creators, and just so many of you guys are getting banned over this. I did see this guy, ORCL, however you pronounce that. He said a couple of months ago, I tried to act in good faith and remove certain assets that I made. So basically what he was doing is he was sending an email to the copyright agent. And as you guys know, if you saw my video about my Adidas 2D clothing issues, that doesn't really work. They won't delete your stuff. I know people say you might as well do it anyway to like opt in to get the strikes removed, but again, I don't really think they listen there either. I did reply to this guy. I said, I find it's better to rename the assets than archive them yourself. Roblox never actually removes the stuff you send them. EJ was saying to me that renaming doesn't work anymore because they've like updated the AI, and apparently the AI is trained on the model shape itself, not just the title. So it will scan for like Dominus outlines of like shapes of fedoras and stuff like that, which is pretty evil. I didn't know Roblox would get this desperate while trying to, you know, delete stuff. Have I shown you guys how to archive stuff? Let me just remind you. So you go to the create tab, you go over here to creations, you go on to avatar items, then you just go and find something. What the heck is that? I'm just going to use that as an example. Let's say I was selling it. I could click on that and click on archive in the marketplace. Just a warning though, if you do archive stuff, especially accessories, it doesn't let you bring it back. If you wanted to re-add it to Roblox, you'd have to upload it again and create it as a new item, which would probably make you lose Robux. So just keep that in mind. Only archive things if you're nervous about Roblox DMCAing it, or maybe somebody else like a company. But yeah, you can do this to accessories, bodies, hats, anything. You can just go and archive stuff. Oh look, and there's some of my stuff which has been striked in the past. My classic skull headphones that Roblox could not fix for some weird reason. And the final DMCA news that I want to talk about in today's video is companies using AI companies to target Roblox. Yeah, this is an interesting one, and I don't think we've really seen this before, because normally if companies like tried to delete something off Roblox, as you saw with me in the Adidas t-shirts, that was from Adidas themselves. But I saw this forum post from Arlest, and he was talking about no email received from asset being falsely taken down, and pretty much he had a game and it was deleted because AI picked it up on behalf of Mojang. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. They thought he stole like a Minecraft game or something, but it was just like a base plate. He did get it sorted. This was the company that took it down as well, Tracer AI. So apparently what they do is they work with all of these companies to do like copyright strikes on stuff. So for an example, let's say you uploaded, God, they work with loads of stuff. Here you go, Tetris. Let's say you made a Tetris hoodie on Roblox, or maybe a Tetris game. If one day Tetris contact Tracer AI and they said, oh look, loads of our stuff is being like uploaded to Roblox without our permission, this is a violation of our copyright, please use your AI to delete all of it, then yeah, Tracer will go ahead and do that. And this is nuts. I hate this kind of stuff. I've had to deal with it in the past and it is absolutely horrible. Yeah, what's insane, back in 2023, over 2 years ago, I had to deal with this on my YouTube channel because Roblox partnered with this stupid ass company, Bolster AI and Checkfish, and they gave my catalog avatar creator video a copyright strike, and they did it on behalf of Roblox. And honestly, I was about to sue them. I was literally talking with a lawyer, and then they fixed it like 3 hours before I paid like £1,500 for like the lawyer to help me out. I probably would have lost all that money as well, but I would have got the strike removed. But yeah, there you go, they fixed it, I guess reasonably quick, even though it really did piss me off because I had to wait like 2 days to get my video restored, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with it. Their AI system was just playing up. Well yeah, it turns out that's not just on YouTube now, it's also on Roblox. So yeah, brilliant, right? Something else to look forward to. More stuff to get deleted by AI messing about. This is gonna sound insane, but it is kind of good news if it's a third-party company and not Roblox specifically, because that means you can get in touch with them, and so the chances are they will probably reply to you. I think what Arlist did is he emailed Roblox's copyright agent and he said like, who's the strike from? They said it was from Tracer on behalf of Mojang, so he contacted Tracer and he was able to get it sorted out. Obviously there, if he was like contacting Roblox, I don't think they would have done anything, and so that's exactly what I did with my YouTube strike as well. YouTube wouldn't help me, so I contacted the company directly. I contacted Checkfish and I said, if this isn't fixed, you're going to be in trouble, and they fixed it. So there you go guys, this is kind of everything I've covered in the video. This is just the advice I'd give. So if players are stealing, striking your stuff, you can appeal it, you can try and counter it, or if they've stolen your stuff, you can try and strike it down yourself, or you can get a lawyer and it will be fixed. but yeah, it's just going to cost you a lot. And also, if you do appeal it yourself, be careful, because Roblox probably will send them your personal information. As for Roblox AI DMCA, like I said, there's nothing you can really do. You can't appeal it. You can just archive any similar assets, and fingers crossed, hopefully it doesn't happen again. You can send an email to the Roblox copyright agent and you can say, I enlist in the redemption program. I don't want any more strikes. Please redeem me, or whatever. If they even listen to that, I don't know. For companies and brands that amass like DMCA striking your stuff, rename the assets, especially if they're 2D clothing, archive them. Appeals on these, yeah, they don't normally work. And third-party AI DMCA. So as I said, contact the Roblox copyright agent, ask who did it, contact them directly, and yeah, whoever it is, they might listen to you because their support isn't as bombarded as Roblox support is. So there you go, very long video. Roblox, if you're watching this, please sort out your goddamn copyright system. It is absolutely useless. It has been bloody awful for 3 years now, maybe even longer. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, guys.
Allow yourself to be consumed by your emotions, and you lose the ability to think rationally.
Honor. Iba man ang Pasko this year, gawing special pa rin ang handaan with Lady's Choice.
Sa laro, di talaga may iwasang mapawisan at maputikan. Pero sige lang, may new Breeze Liquid with stain power technology. Nagtatanggal ng nanuot naman siya nang walang kusot. May long-lasting fragrance pa. New Breeze Liquid.
Hello everyone, Phil here, and it's about Chimimation. Again. Do you remember that specific instance of the new management announcement video? What is Bill accused of exactly? Most criticisms surround the lack of communication within the team and with the audience, along with lack of professionalism and regular issues with trusted funds. Yeah, that. To be perfectly honest, this part should have been much longer in the original announcement video, but was cut short primarily due to the fact this wasn't meant to be a drama expose type of video. Hence why we're doing this now. As the new team in charge of the Chimimation project, it was long overdue to go over why Bayo stepping down was probably the best decision given the circumstances and the backlash received the past years. But before we start going into the details, here are a few disclaimers. What this video is about to show are mostly new elements that were unknown to the public. A minimum of human decency will be appreciated towards those mentioned, and yeah, that includes no attacking and no harassing. Most events relayed here were either before my time in the Chimimation team or happened while I was there, but only concerned those who had higher positions. Just relaying their experiences before the shift in management. Videos like Soy's or Austin's won't be discussed in detail here, but their criticisms were acknowledged by the team. They are aware that they do share the responsibility for enabling and defending Bayo even when in the wrong, and by coming clean to break the cycle and start fresh. Finally, this video will summarize what was said in the Google document made by the team. If interested into the details, make sure to check the description and the pinned comment. So without further ado, let's dive into why a new management team was more than just needed. Being an example for the team, a fair and just leader, and most importantly, having the qualifications to take on such a position are what makes a director a good director. However, there was more than one time where Bayo showed reckless behavior towards the audience and the team, and was either hypocritical or silent despite their own team's concerns and pleas. It was reported that insider info from the team server was relayed outside of said server. Doing so and being caught with evidence backing it up would usually result in being removed from the team. However, without further explanations or evidence provided, Anonymous, now one of our heads in communication, was wrongfully removed and banned from all CM-related servers, branded as a mole to the rest of the team. Bayo insisted that there was evidence, but never sent it. And after realizing the mistake made, Moose was brought back with caution, and despite an apology, was no longer trusted with their initial position within the team until Bayo stepped down. This is not the first time Bayo has shown such impulsive conduct without much research or consideration, as this specific pattern has been repeatedly spotted whenever a team member was being terminated. We can take Pozia's testimony as an example. Besides the behavior, do you remember this segment from one of Bayo's videos?
Meet Polybuzz, the app that lets you create your own AI characters and chat with millions of others. Want to try it yourself? Download Polybuzz using my special link in the description and use my promo code BAYOW99 to unlock exclusive premium features.
Chimimation's target audience is mostly against generative AI in any shape or form, and Chimimation, even Bayo himself, has made it clear several times that they do not support AI. But what if I were to tell you that the following, which include important CM announcements, event announcements, termination of team members, scanning a contract to find red flags, interview questions for team position, YouTube short scripts, and translations, all of that was AI. All of Bayo's official statements were shoved into ChatGPT because, I quote, "I'm not good with words." Whenever public concerns from team members or audience were relayed to Bayo would always say, "I'll deal with it later," and never ended up doing it, leaving the team to salvage the situations by themselves. Which explained why there was never a statement about the Polybuzz AI sponsor, or response to criticisms, despite promising one. Maybe because it's best to let it blow over for now, hoping people will ultimately forget and not make you face the consequences of your own actions. Even with these new elements brought up to light, a lot have already figured out by themselves that Bayo was anything but professional. Critic videos on YouTube are proof of that. Which then brings us to the second reason. We already scratched the surface in the last section, but it is as important to go into the details regarding communication. Aside from the impulsive decisions and the formulation with ChatGPT, Bill was also repeatedly absent. Sometimes it was for medical emergencies, which is completely understandable, but the length and frequency of that disappearance only grew bigger over the years, which held back the team.
Order food you love with Foodpanda. Download the app and order now.
Muscle ko sa tiyan, target ka ng Buscopan. Goodbye sa hinihigpit dyan, wala yan love na tiyan. Sagot ay Buscopan.
If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Held back the team by a margin. Most of the events within the Discord server and publications on social media like Instagram were made by anyone in management but Bill. Sadly, that was all they could do since they had no access to the important files and didn't have the knowledge to actively participate in the development aspect. And while Bill offered to teach what to do in case they were absent, that never followed through. It was always delayed and then forgotten. Within the regular team members circle, barely anyone knew about the game's progress, and after the 50k assets were done, the server slowly died. Despite our now director's attempts to keep some form of entertainment for the team and the community, where can a team go without its leader? Outside of Discord or Instagram, the community on YouTube had it worse. Any form of official information could only be found in gacha news channels, who were unrelated to the team and went into the trouble of searching for them. While the Chibimation YouTube channel does exist, Bill was the only one who had access to it, as you can see, nothing was posted outside of one live stream last year. All those factors combined ultimately led to the creation of critical videos surrounding the game and Bill. Some branded the project as a scam due to the involvement of money via donations. But here is our final reason, where it gets messy. This section of the video will not cover the Ko-fi, and it was already mentioned in the previous video. However, a lot happened behind the scenes where it came to money and paying team members, either for their duties or helping one in need. There was a time where it was mentioned that server managers will be paid for their services within the Chibimation Discord server. Now directors Ashton and Balatsu, along with co-director Vri, all attested that those payments never happened or that they had to constantly remind Bill to receive their payments. And even then, Bill did not keep track on who was doing what for how long. In short, server managers were not paid for years. But if you thought that was bad in itself, wait until you hear the story. On January 10th,